When you're gardening, not everything that you do goes to plan, but it doesn't put us off. We'll just try again. We've planted quite a few bits and bobs over the last few weeks, and pretty much most of them are doing really well. But we have had a couple of problems with a couple of things, and as you can see, I've got a lot of potting on to do, which I'll get round to later. But also, I'm going to give you a look at that new decking that we've just bought. It's not finished just yet, but I'll show you the progress so far, and I think it's going to make an amazing place to grow lots of plants this season. Let's check out these couple of problems that I mentioned. This is one. If you remember, we planted that little gem lettuce, and they're all doing perfectly fine. They look really healthy, but you may notice there is one missing. And for whatever reason, one of these plants just died. And I don't know why, considering everything else in this planter is looking really well. And that's the plant that I took up this morning. As you can see, it's in a pretty poor state. It's just rotted and died back. But also we had a problem over this side of the garden as well. These are the French beans that were recently put in these containers. And if you take a look, you can see the leaves have got a problem. That's windburn. We've had 3 days of quite bad winds, and as a result of that, it's affected the leaves on his plants. And also in this planter, not as bad as the previous one, but still some damage there. So I'm just hoping that these are going to pull through. Windburn is definitely a bit of a problem. But if you've got containers, you can move them out at wind, which unfortunately I didn't. On an upside, that's the little gem lettuces that we grew from seed, and we transplanted them as tiny little seedlings, and they are starting to pick up a bit now. So hopefully we're going to get a few spares very soon. And that's the peas that we're growing. I have noticed though, these little tendrils, as they call them, aren't big enough to grab hold of those lats, so they're struggling to stay upright. So what I'm going to do is put some net across back of that trellis, or you could just use string, that works just as good. At least then they'll have something to get hold of. And in this planter, everything seems to be perfectly fine. Carrots are coming on really nicely, but if you look there, we've got flowers on his strawberry plants. And there's another one just down there. They've started to put on some extra growth. You can see how much they've grown since last time we had a look. So we're definitely getting strawberries this year. And this Tumbling Tom tomato plant is holding its own in this container as well. So as you've just seen, some things doing really well, but we have got the odd couple of problems. And it's not that bad at the moment, but if it does get worse, especially with those French beans, we've got plenty of time to grow extra plants. So I might just pop a few seeds in those containers and see how they get on. Meanwhile, I need to move some of these plants on. Not too bothered about the sweet and neat because they don't grow very big at all. Around 10 inches or so. But the Tumbling Toms can start growing quite quickly. I can see that there's roots coming out at the bottom already. But another problem we've got is these are quite small containers. So when you get days like this, 21 degrees, full sun and no wind, these plants dry out really quickly. So if we put them in a bigger container with more compost, then they're going to hold in that moisture for a bit longer. So we'll just fill up a pot, move it on. That at least is one problem sorted, because as these days get warmer and warmer, you're going to find that your plants will dry out very quickly because they're in containers. So I'm just going to top this one up, but I'm not going to compact it down. We need to make sure we've got room to get the plant in first. So I'll just give it a bang. That'll settle it down a bit, then we'll get the plant in. And we've got a similar size tub. That should be deep enough. As I take this out, not only can you see how much root there is, You can also see it's very dry, and we don't want that, so we best get it moved on. Just freeing them roots off a little bit on bottom, as I always do, and we'll get it in there, and I can straighten it up if it's going to one side a little bit, and I'm going to pop a bit more compost around it, just basically backfilling. And then we can press it down and then create a little bit of a gap between the compost and the top of this container. So there we go, that's in. And these are great little containers that I bought because they've got these slits cut out in sides, so you can just pop your label in and you know exactly which plant you've got. So same job again, a little bit of a bang, take out any stones that you see, and this time we can move on this cucumber. So same size container, or more or less. Take that label out. This one hasn't got as many roots, but if I can move it on, I will. So I'm just pressing that down, but be careful not to pinch the stem with your fingernails. This one is a nice stocky little plant, so I'm not burying that one any deeper. So as quick as that, the plant's in goes the label, and that's another one done. So I'm just going to do one more, and I'll do the rest a bit later on today before it gets too hot. So what we'll go for now is one of these pepper plants, and you can see they're really nice, healthy peppers as well. Nice deep hole, and you can bury your peppers a little bit deeper if they've become leggy. It's always worth knowing that. You can make yourself a stronger, stockier plant. So I'm just going to press that down straight away around edge this time, level it up, and then again I am going to backfill a little bit, making a bit of a mess at table at the same time. And create that bit of a gap that we need, and you can see that I've buried it up to that first set of leaves. So once again, labelling, job done. So very quick and easy, and we've got 3 more plants moved on. And because these are 2 litre containers, they can stay in there for quite a while. And the reason I've put them in 2 litre containers is because we can still fit all of these plants in that propagator, just in case it drops a bit cold or we get some bad winds. And I know everybody's going to be itching to have a look at this new decking that we've got. As I said earlier in the video, it's not finished, but I will give you a look at the progress so far. So there we go, that's the new decking. It's very big, and it's also around 8 feet wide, so with loads of room for its pots. I won't be, however, putting those on there, far too heavy. They're not the steps that's coming with the decking, they're over there waiting to be fitted. I was hoping for it to go right to the end of the van, but we're about 5 feet short, and that's because that end piece had a bit of damage to it, so I just told him to cut that away, because I think what we've got is plenty big enough. And looking at it from this side, you can see that's a really big piece of decking. So that is just a quick update on the 1st of May. So I'll carry on, I'll get all these potted on in these 2 litre pots, and I'll give you another update when that decking has been finished. But I can't wait to start getting plants on there already. So a few problems, but nothing that we can't fix at this time of year. We've got plenty of sowing and growing to do, and we've got plenty of time to do it in. So if you want to see that decking when it's completely finished, and what else we're going to be planting as we go through May, then please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you very soon. Take care and enjoy your weekend.